What's up, fam? What's up, man? What's going on out there? Main man, made man here. Coolin'. Just want to get on here for a quick live stream, chop it up, man, so we can finish off this Gary Russell Jr. and Devin Haney talk, I think we should be just about wrapping this one up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to make one final ditch effort though. Hopefully that we can save it. I'm gonna pitch an idea, you know what I'm saying? But it looks like doom, doom, doom. Another one bites the dust. You know what I'm saying? Story of Gary Russell Jr. Everybody getting out the way. Nobody wants to get in the way. Add this to the list of names of Abner Martez, Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz, Javante Tank Davis, Devin Haney. Who else are we talking about? The list goes on. You can even throw Guillermo Rigondeaux. It is a long list of Gary Russell Jr. ducks. And now, I feel y'all messed up though to have to add Devin Haney to that list because I was hoping not. I really was, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, we are at where we are at. For anyone who missing anything about this story, just know that there was a lot of smoke and mirrors. This all basically started all because Gary put that man on Front Street. That's it. That's what this was all about. For Bill Haney to save face for his son because Gary put him on Front Street and he ain't want Devin looking bad going into a fight. He got a fight coming up. I don't need no bad pub like that. But the Bill Haney jumps in, all for Cloutchasing. But you know what? I can honestly say, if Gary Russell Jr. would have subjected himself to the terms of Bill Haney, they would have took the fight. So it's Cloutchasing on one hand, but if Gary would have bent to the will of the Haneys, they would have definitely taken that fight. But they know they can't lead the zone. Now, the idea that I put forward, I don't know if they would take it, and I know this is a little unorthodox to ask for it, but why not a one-off? Why not winner take all? I know it's a lot at stake. They want to get their run back if they lose, but the one thing that we know we do got is one fight. I think the first fight terms fine. It's the rematch. That's the problem. Devin can't lead a porch. I've been telling y'all that from day one. He can't lead a porch. His deal with Matchroom USA ain't going to allow him to lead that app right now because the Zone have the exclusive rights to show all of the Matchroom USA fighters. Exclusive rights, meaning that no one else can show. This is the reason why you see Eddie Hearn's stable always shown on the Zone here in America. And Devin Haney is part of that same crew, which means he's under them same rules. They know that. They know that. They should have just been clear from the jump. You dig? That's all they had to do. But it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, man, because this is always the story, man, and I'm sick of telling this story. This is why I be telling y'all, man, I don't like jumping on duck fighters. Did y'all see how the narrative was quickly changing on Gary Russell Jr.? The second when at 1.5 and he asked for 2. Do y'all see how quick that narrative was changing? It was like the snap of a finger. Nobody wasn't talking about, oh, no, they trying to play games and all of that. No, everyone was, oh, Gary Russell Jr. ducking, he don't want to fight. That quick. That quick. What if Batman would have never came out? That quick. And he's a duck fighter. Just like Luis Ortiz, just like Guillermo Rigondeaux, just like Dimitri Bivol, just like Terrence Bud Crawford. These are fighters that I don't jump on, man. I don't jump on these fighters because they are duck. It's easy to gen up a narrative and say, oh, they this, they that, they this, they that. No, why who they fought. Look at their resume. That is the easiest thing in the world to do. But I can't do that knowing that Slim. Everybody got a reason. Everybody got an excuse. You look at Gary, everybody got a reason. What's up, Bruce? What's up, fam? Dog, I mean, everybody got a reason. Tank said that Gary's name wasn't big enough. Leo, just a straight sucker. It ain't even no putting it around. He had hands put on his dad. He just straight sucker. Carl Frampton want to fight everybody in their mamas except Gary Russell Jr. Josh Warrington talk is cheap. He know he's safe across the street. He know where he's safe at. Same situation as Devin. You see what I'm saying? But it's easy for us to sit back and say, well, who is Gary Russell Jr. fighting? And just think. I was even exploring, thinking, should Slim go up to 135 and abandon that 126-pound title? Now I'm glad he didn't. Because if he'd have just jumped out there, he would have been jumped out there without a parachute. I know Al Heyman wouldn't have let that happen. But I'm glad he did. Imagine if he would have just been listening to Bill, thinking Bill is just because they call him Trill Bill. I don't know what's so trill about him, but they say Trill. So what if he would have took this Trill man's word? Say, you a Trill dude. Everybody say you Trill. Everybody say you Trill. Your name is Trill, right? And just took him for his Trill word, which you don't do, of course. He would have been fried. The man that's for the brothers would have fried him. All for Eddie. Why did Devin run across the street? One thing I do hope, one thing I do want to say, and I'm going to stick to this, and that is, if Bill Haney was trying to get his son some clout and shine and promotion and hype, well, at the very least, if that was his goal, which is the definition of clout chasing, right? But if that was his goal, he succeeded like a mug. He succeeded. I mean, he did a phenomenal job. From a promotional standpoint, a phenomenal job. I got to give it to him. He had his son name ringing bells the whole week. And last week too. For that, you got to give him credit. Too bad it was fluke. Too bad it was Flugazy. What's up, Rob Rook? Hey, bro, having a rocking weekend? You already know. It's about to kick off, man. It's about to kick off. It's Friday. I'm about to get out of here soon, but it's definitely going to kick off. Yeah, we be back here Sunday, fam. Just know we be back for We Talking Boxing, lining up the show now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all rock with me, man. Rock with me. But at the end of the day, man, this is real disappointing, man, because Gary Russell Jr. says that he's got to make it to Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, Gary says that regardless of Devin Haney's fight, he's going to still go to 135. Now, word on the curb is that they're talking Gary Russell Jr. versus Javier Fortuna. That's supposed to be the word on the curb that Gary Russell's next fight. I think that's a good fight. I think that's a very good fight, especially for Gary Russell's first fight at 135 pounds. I think that's a cracking fight. Javier Fortuna just had his date taken away from him. The crazy part, he works with Al Heyman. He was a dude that was going over to the zone. That's one right there. See, they wasn't trying to lock Javier Fortuna in, but at the end of the day, it looked like he's going to be lined up for Gary Russell Jr. He lined up for Gary Russell Jr., man. Expose that clout chasing nigga, man. Yeah, all day, man. All day to do all he doing. That's all he was doing. But he succeeded. He is the best clout chaser, one of the best clout chasers I've ever seen. He should do that shit as a professional. Hey, he should be doing that for other fighters. That is a hell of a clout. He just interject his son into a situation that ain't had nothing to do with him. And then the protectionists tried to shut it down, but Devin jumped in grown folks' conversation. And then he got that heat put on him again. He couldn't take that heat on his ass. We know what it is, man. We know what this is. And the crazy thing is, fam, and another thing that we got to think about for the future, and that's if Lil Devin's still there. But if Gary going to go up to 35 and he enters the WBC, well, guess what? They're on the collision course anyway. All Devin got to do is keep winning. You know what I mean? If Gary gets through Javier Fortuna, shit, who knows? The WBC may order a fight between him and Devin. He probably won't get the same payout, though. I don't see them giving him that 1.5 for a purse bid. Well, who knows? I mean, for order. I'm sorry, but who knows? I mean, if it goes to purse bid, who knows? Maybe Al can try to snatch that. Don't know. But there's certain rules. We got to look into them purse bid rules. But at the end of the day, bro, this shit was all clout chasing, man. It's a shame. It's a shame. And I like Devin Haney's style in the ring and everything. He's a good fighter. It's just that there's levels to this, man. We all knew this from the jump. Your man don't want no smoke. Tank, he want Tank. He claims he want to fight Tank. I don't know if I should believe that. You know what I'm saying? And these clowns out here was giving Crawford heat about Gary Russell clout chasing ass. We all know that he wasn't moving up to 47. I ain't gonna go that. I can't cross that line right there, Mark. I mean, when it comes to the Gary and Crawford talk, I stick to my guns right there, fam. And my guns on that is, if it happens, let it happen. I ain't gonna stop it. I ain't gonna block it. You know what I'm saying? Let Gary go for greatness if that's what he wants to do. If he wins, great. He makes history. If he loses, that's the decision he chooses to make. I'm not gonna say he shouldn't do it though. I'm never gonna say two duck fighters, two avoided fighters should not make a bag. You know what I mean? That's just something I don't believe in. I think that's why I was saying I thought Gary was shortchanging himself with the 1.5. He could have should have stuck on the 2. He should have stuck on the 2. You know what I mean? Truth be told, you should have stuck on the 2. What's up, Alec? What's up, man? Salute Vegas in the building. Hey, I'm coming out there. I'm mad I missed it out coming out there this summer, man. But salute to you, man. And salute to Vegas, man. Damn, home sweet home. You know what I mean? I'll be out there next summer though, all day. Definitely, I couldn't make no moves this summer, man. I'd definitely be out there next summer, man, for sure. What's up, Roderick? What's up, man? Salute to you, man. Salute, Roderick. So Roderick Thompson in the building. What's up, man? What's going on? We talking this real spill, man. Just clearing this up, man. Just real disappointed about this whole situation, though. My boxing heart is hurt. And the sad thing about this, is that regardless if you like the plays involved or not, it's good to see that the fight was coming together as far as it was here on YouTube. And this is something that everybody got to understand, even as a YouTuber myself. What the media don't build, they want to destroy. I'm going to say that again. What the media don't build, they want to destroy. One thing that has not gone unnoticed for me is the lack of reporting on this situation. The big supposed publications wasn't really picking this up for whatever reason. Because I guess they didn't build it. I guess they didn't have a hand in making it. And that's one of the worst things to see this fall apart. What the media don't make, they want to destroy. If you don't think the media people are sitting back laughing at this situation falling apart, y'all tripping, because they ain't built it. And that's some real spill. Now, of course, like I just listened to the homie, salute to D-Lo 404 Boxing, and he said some real talk on this video. He said he had a hunch from the jump, and I agree with him, that when you do negotiations like this in the public involving so many people, so many talkers, so many minds, well, it never works that way. And here shouldn't have been no different. But I still congratulate the YouTubers that were involved in all the platforms that were used during this buildup. Because if this would have came, or if it's still there, I don't want to write it off, I guess, finally. But if it comes to fruition, they deserve the credit. Because the ESPNs, the Sports Illustrateds, the Yahoos, the whoever the hell, they ain't giving this no shine. Look around. And that's orchestrated. That's orchestrated. So that's another thing that I think about. That's unfortunate that this fight didn't come to fruition, or it's not going to come to fruition. All we needed was Bill to be a little bit more trill. You know what I mean? That's it from the jump. Oh, clout chasing ass. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, this shit crazy. I know Floyd don't condone this. Do we? Roderick, what's up, man? Oh, already big G up, man. What's up with you? But real talk, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's the messed up thing about this, though, dog. Like, to see the media celebrate. Not really reporting on this. It honestly could have maybe even got more hype. It could have maybe, because you see how we usually react to them announcing something. And then we come on here and we react. Oh, y'all hear about this fight being made? That fight. Y'all see this article. You see this quote. We do it all day long. We do it all day long. Now, when it's coming from this end to them to pick it up, they don't do it. I ain't seen their quote. I ain't seen their credit given to nobody here on YouTube. And that's why I always tell people, Big Tony in the building, what's up, fam? Always tell people, man, don't mistake my passion for the sport of boxing, especially my hometown, for me not liking people or just, no, I'm going to defend her. That's just how it is. It's going to work like that when Bomb Squad come up. when Bomb Squad come up, y'all really gonna be seeing me stomp. But that's just how it is with Mainman Mademan. Anyone who's new to the channel, because we've been signing up a lot of people lately. Anybody that's new to the channel, just know I'm very unbiased. I am. I'm very unbiased. Except when it comes for Gary Russell Jr. And every once in a while, I will admit Deontay Wilder. But I have my reasons for that. My reasons for this is my hometown, Washington, D.C. And the other reason being Deontay Wilder is the heavyweight American champion, whom I was raised to always respect that spot in boxing. You should. The heavyweight division is not like any other division. The heavyweight division is pure nationalistic pride. And it should be for you. That's why I never jump on you AJ fans. I'm going to give you hell. We're going to go at it. You're going to say, man, what the hell you talking about? 50 million what? 50 million here. But guess what? It's all good. We can get it in. And when it come to Gary, it ain't no different. You know what I mean? So they really do anything for clout, say Alec Cartier all day, man. Clout is the new thing, man. It's like a drug, bro. Everybody chasing it. This shit crazy, man. I'm seeing all of the fighters now putting little side dudes out to talk for them now. Hey, that's the way it goes. Using little flunky channels to get their word. I mean, hey, that's everybody chasing clout. Everybody chasing clout. It's sad. Everybody wants to be a star. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, man. Everybody wants to be a star, man. You know what I mean? Just get in there and fight. You know what I mean? That's all we want. That's all we want. So I'm going to say this, though, because my thing is, I think we can just go back to the regular order of things now, because no need for us to keep going down a Bud versus Gary Russell Jr. route. No need for us to go down the Gary Russell Jr. versus Devin route, because the same thing has happened to Gary Russell Jr. that has always happened to Gary Russell Jr. All of you people who be asking the dumb question of why he only fight once a year, open your eyes. Open your eyes. You just got a transparent view on how boxing negotiations play out. And when they look at across the aisle, they look at the worth. They don't care about your skills and all that. Like we all, yeah, Gary, you the most longest reigning champion, but you only gonna get 1.5. Yeah, you're the most longest reigning champion, but I'm not telling you who promoting you. Who does a deal like that? Eddie Hearn, that's who do. No dates, no venues. That's who do deals like that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Zeno? My main man, what's up with you, man? What's up with you? How you feeling, man? You know, another day up in the building. You already know. Yeah, man. So don't be coming around me, y'all, like who Gary Russell Jr. fighting and why he ain't do this and why he ain't doing. Gary ain't never clout chased. And guess what? Little Antoine right behind him. Ain't no clout chasing going on, Chad. He's a real man. They trying to get up in there and get the best. I don't understand why everybody protecting the best around this joint. You know, when they come to my man Bud, it's always like that too. Everybody got reasons. People want their net worths. People telling the same poems to the man like Sean Porter. Roses are red. I love Bud. Couldn't believe when I had to play that. I love him. I just love him, man. You know, he's just such a good dude. You know, I never thought about ever fighting him. Yeah. That's how Sean Porter talk. That's how Sean Porter talk. Here's Keith Thurman. I need $10 million in a pandemic. Yep. Keith, but you ain't never made 10 million in your life. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You didn't even make 10 million against the great Manny Pacquiao with a whole country behind him in a non-pandemic. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I need 10 million from Bud. That's the way it's playing out. But then everybody want to jump on Bud. It's Bud's fault. He don't want to fight nobody. Let's jump on duck fighters. Dimitri Bivol. The only reason that Dimitri Bivol ain't jumped on like that is because of where he living at, where he from. He another one. Canelo gets all the way out the way from Dimitri Bivol. He don't mention you would think he don't exist in Canelo's world. Funny, I bet you if Canelo would have went to the zone and said, I'll face Dimitri Bivol on the zone, they would have took premium fighters. There's one right there. His name is Dimitri Bivol, and he is the Canelo killer, I think. I've been saying that for a minute. And Canelo know that. It's like he knew about Sergio Martinez back in the day. Canelo know. Canelo know. Duck fighter. But I'm supposed to say Dimitri Bivol. Who are you fighting? Who are you beat? You didn't beat nobody for the belt. But I got Canelo running through every single weight class and calling out everybody but Bivol and Charlo and Andre. The three fights that we would all love to see him fight. But that's the name of the game. You know what I mean? What's up, Harold? What's going on, man? What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up with you? Yes, sir. Big Tony say, man, we got to back Gary, one of the realest dudes in the game. Oh, and that's exactly. We gotta back the real ones. The real ones, because there's too many frauds running around boxing and taking up too much air. You know what I mean? The Adrian Browners taking up too much air. For what? What? When you got a 5-year reigning champ over here struggling to get a fight, Leo Santa Cruz, you taking up air. Mikey Garcia, you taking up air, man. These dudes taking up air. You ain't, I mean, y'all are loved in the door, but ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? But they loved in the door, though, man. Don't be coming around here talking about Gary ducking anybody. Zeno says, yo, only 2 people make those type of deals. Oscar De La Hoya, Fishnets, and Slave Master Eddie. All day. This is too reminiscent of an Eddie Hearn type thing. He told Deontay Wilder, I'll send you a contract that had no dates and no venues. Missing information, but to the untrained eye and ear, to a lot of the UK fans, they like, it's the greatest deal in the world. It's the best thing I've ever seen. Why is he not turning? Why is he turning this down? Why doesn't he come over here and face AJ? He don't want the fight. It has no dates and no venues. AJ lost to Andy Ruiz. What if Wilder was still under a contract with no dates and no venues? How long could they make Wilder sit on the shelf waiting for his date and his venue? You don't do business like that on a high level. You feel me? No dates, no. So it's just, now Gary Russell Jr. is saying, I'm getting a term sheet without the promoter's name and no network name. 1 + 1 makes 2. Fight fans, I said it in the vid and I'll say it again. Devin Haney is a Matchroom USA fighter. If you don't indicate no promoter, which we all know, one thing that is already binding is that Devin Haney is exclusively shown on DAZN. We know that as a fact because he's a Matchroom USA fighter, and DAZN has the exclusive rights to show all of their fights. So if you don't indicate a network and if you don't indicate a network and a promoter, I'm automatically on DAZN. Does that play off for fight 1 and the rematch? Now, I did hear that Bill Haney run around talking about there is no rematch. There's no rematch. He said it on the thing. There's no rematch clause in there. There's no rematch. So was it a one-off? And then they was going to come back to the table and then try it again? Because I heard him yelling on the Finance channel, ain't no rematch clause in there. Ain't no rematch clause in it. So is it or isn't it? And if it ain't, because you don't want to lock Gary in into, because you know the first fight going to be on DAZN, and you know Eddie Hearn's going to have a hand in the first fight. You know this. You don't want to put that down on that term sheet. If there is a rematch clause in there, then guess what? Those are the only entities. He says, they say, well, only Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr. When you say Devin Haney's name on it, not only is his name on it, but all of his affiliations are on it as well, which means that Devin Haney is affiliated with DAZN exclusively and affiliated with Matchroom USA exclusively. It's not just Devin Haney walking over just Devin Haney Promotions. Absolutely not. Because he's still a fighter. You're thinking if he's just a promoter, he's also a fighter, and he fights, which he'll be doing against Gary Russell Jr. for Matchroom. He doesn't fight for just Devin Haney Promotions. You feel me? So of course the fights would have been on DAZN. Of course the fights would have been under Matchroom USA. Of course. What the rematch would have been. You did. Dundada in the building. What's up, fam? What's going on? What's up with you, man? Just cool afternoon, man. Cool afternoon, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? My man Zeno say, yo, looks like Devin ended up hunting himself with dumb duck hunting season talk. I told y'all it was going to happen. Damn. I was hoping you was wrong, Zeno. I swear I was hoping you was wrong, fam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, thumbs up for the fam as you come on in, man. Thumbs up for the fam. If you just seeing me for the first time, rock with the homie. Hit that subscribe button and bell icon, man. Y'all know what it's about. Bike Speedster says, yo, man, that's a BS reason not to sign a contract. It's not, bro. It really ain't. You got to remember who Gary Russell Jr. is affiliated with, Al Heyman and the PBC. He's a total free man and locked into nothing. He has two networks he can operate between, and he does not have a set promoter. Little 20-year-old Devin Haney is asking, because remember in the first early days of this negotiation, all they kept saying was, you signing to Devin Haney Promotions. You're going to come work for us. You're going to come work for the youngest fighter in boxing. That's all they kept saying. So, of course, Gary like, nah, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm a 5-year reigning champion, man. I got way more experience in this game longer than you. Who are you? No one even knows you. You want to promote me, and you can't even promote yourself. And they say, okay, cool, we're back off that. No problem. You the man. We can't say nothing against that. But what we are going to do, we're going to mess around with this. We're going to mess around with these words. We're going to remove that. We're going to remove that. And there you go, bro. There's your 1.5. When Gary Russell was telling everybody on the backdrop, bro, I don't need this. I'm only doing it for your name. Remember that. I got to fight in December. That's paying me just the same amount of money. So why you going to keep playing with me when I can just say, you know what, dog? I just wanted your name. I'll just keep it over here if you're going to keep screwing me out like that. You know what I mean? He could have just stayed where he's at and made the money. It ain't about the money. It was about the name. And they know they don't want that kid beat right now. Keep it 100, Bike Speedster. What if Devin Haney gets beat right now? How much upside does he really got left? Facts. He can't be beat at 20 years old. You know what I mean? They can't market him right. I wonder how many fights he got left over there with DAZN, though. I know he ain't going to be over there forever. Yeah. Yeah. Some BS not to sign. Exactly. Now look at this. See, this is what I'm talking. Look at Devin Cruz. Gary Russell's career has been a huge letdown, says Devin Cruz. See how easy it is to say that. But let me ask you this, Devin Cruz, one question. Give me someone who was willing to fight Gary Russell Jr., preferably a champion. Give me a name, and I'll be looking for your response. Did Leo, who was right there, call out Gary Russell Jr.? Did Tank call out Gary Russell Jr.? Did Martez, did Frampton, did Warrington, did any of these dudes call out Gary Russell Jr.? And then you say his career has been a letdown. What if he makes it back to Vasyl Lomachenko like the man said he wanted to do? Because that's clearly the route he's going. He's skipping a division just to get back up there with Loma. But that's the dude you want to go against. I bet you an Adrian Bronner fan whole time, or a Mikey Garcia fan. Which one is it? Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Boss Major. None of these dudes want to fight. All BS for a fight. That's all it is, bro. It's all clout chasing. Devin Haney has a fight coming up. This was great promotion for his fight. This was great promotion. This is the best promotion that DAZN probably has ever seen for any of their fighters. Dog, DAZN, they got to be like, oh, man. And here's my thing. If, let's just say Devin and Gary was going down, where would Eddie Hearn be in November for his headlining fight? Who would he throw in there at the last minute? He gonna wreck the whole card? We seen it happen to Oscar and Golden Boy when they had to pull Javier Fortuna out, right? So you think Eddie is going to allow, here we are in September. You think Eddie is going to let Devin pull out of that show in November? Ask yourself that. These are the things that they should have been up front with from the jump and say, look, this is what we're dealing with. This is our situation. How can we make it all work and get around these things? Instead, they want to tuck little things away. They want to hide little information. Want to double talk. I remember one day they literally was talking about pay-per-view, and I'm sitting there just holding my hand like, what the heck are they talking about? And Bill Haney on there like, yeah, we can do pay-per-view, and we can just take the offer to them and just tell them, yeah, we can try to, do the pay-per-view. And I'm like, Bill, he knows that DAZN and Eddie are not going to do a pay-per-view. You know it, but you sitting there talking like this is real talk. And I'm like, am I the only one that's listening to this? This dude talking about something that's nowhere near realistic. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy. See, I figured that. See, that's what it is, Devin. I thought that's what it was about. Look, Haney passed Russell in popularity. Popularity contest. That's what that, and that's how people get swooped and swayed. And that's why my man Bud hurting out here right now, because he ain't as popular, because he doesn't talk as much, because he don't be in TMZ all the time, because he don't be doing the goofy stuff. So of course people develop those type of viewpoints on those kind of fighters. For you to say that he passed him in popularity, it's like, bro, who cares? My man is a 5-year reigning champ. You know what I'm saying? All right. And I don't even know if, and Devin ain't popular, bro. I don't know who told you that. I don't know who the hell told you that Devin is popular. If anyone knows Devin Haney in boxing circles, they know Gary Russell Jr. Trust me on that. It ain't like, yo, Devin is like Floyd. Like, he ain't really that high on the popularity. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even consider him popular. He's on the app, bro. He fighting on the app. My man Gary fighting on Fox and Showtime. He fighting on the app. No one know Devin. Who the hell told you somebody know Devin? Now, Tank, that's something different, because Tank, once again, is fighting on popular net, like people can see him. No one sees Devin, bro. I'm being 100. I don't know who told you that, bro. Nobody sees Devin. You know what I'm saying? Man. No one know who the hell a Devin is. It was a term. Rick says it was a term agreement before it becomes a contract. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, technically, and see, this is the reason I know it, I keep going down the clout chasing road. You're right. It's only a term sheet. So technically, it don't have to end here. It can be still continue to be a back and forth. But if you listen to how Bill Haney is talking, they are ready to move on. They're not ready to sit back. I mean, of course, a negotiation, even though we've been seeing this play out all week long, like, it still takes longer than this. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I would think Bill would have went in here with the assumption that, hey, we trying to get it's not going to happen overnight. You can't just come out and call Gary Russell Jr. a bunch of names, talk bad about his family, try to talk about his people, and then just expect a contract to happen overnight. Don't work like that. Don't work like that. You know what I mean? Don't work like that. Yeah, Leo ducked him, Devin. Absolutely. Big Tony says Gary has an advisor, Al Heyman, and a lawyer for stunts like this. I seen Bill double talking a mile away, DC all day. You already know, fam. You already know. Man, we seen it. It was clear. It wasn't, you know, we was on top of that from the jump, Joe. When he came out the gates talking that wild stuff about Devin Haney Promotions and you coming to work, I should have known that. I should have stopped talking about it then, man. For real, because I should have known he was BS. For him to come out, and like I said, he tried it. He looked at Gary like a lick, like, oh yeah, we're gonna try to son him. We're gonna try to put him under this. He gonna work for us, and then he kept telling, I'm gonna run you out of business. I'm gonna run you out of business. Like, what? You don't make no fight talking like that. This shit was all for clout, man. He carried this thing on as long as he could until he ran out of road. That's what it was. He ran out of road. When he signed that contract and he ain't had no way to kind of put something in the box, he ran out of road. If he would have never ran out of road, he would have rolled this shit all the way to November. Just to hype up Lil Devin. That is the best clout chasing that you will ever see. You know what I'm saying? The best. Yeah, I know, right, Zeno? Pay-per-view ain't dead. Pay-per-view ain't dead, bro. PBC about to do it. We'll see what them numbers looking like, man. Gary should be pound for pound and should have had at least 10 more fights. Yeah. Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda. If somebody would have stepped in the ring, you know what I mean? You don't want to just keep on fighting bums. You know, you ever hear that saying that fighters have to rise to the occasion, or some fighters don't feel like they're challenging them, so they start slacking off. Gary slacked off. He's still a gym rat. He's still sharp as iron. He's still there every single day. And he was fighting some of the not the greatest people in the world because nobody else wanted to step up. So he just had to keep on fighting mandatories. Because nobody wants to step up. When it's voluntary time. Leo, what's up, man? I got a voluntary, bro. We got history. You know, Leo Santa Cruz already fought before. They got history. History means something. That's why I be trying to tell y'all Danny Garcia fans. Yeah, he got to fight Bud. Who is Bud? Yo, him and Danny got history, Joe. They fought in the amateurs. What are you talking about? They need to break that tie. They need to settle that. They have fought. But no one wants to say, no one wants to say that. No one wants to put their foot on the gas. Go ahead, Eric, man. We definitely ain't getting on the screen with that bullshit. Come on, bro. You already know it. You just talking to just be talking. Your man Devin ducking and dodging. That's what they doing. I bet you Bill on his favorite channel right now, hyping things up, spreading that narrative. Expect to see Bill Haney for the next 2 weeks, visiting all of his favorite little channels, telling you how bad Gary ducked, showing your text messages, showing your emails. Oh, look what I sent him. Look, this day you're gonna cover up the rest. On this day I sent him that. See, remember that? See them 3 words right there? See? That's why you don't want to fight. We ain't clout chasing. We the real. We the real. I expect that, Joe. He's gonna be running around to his favorite time, hyping up the nerves. Man, Gary, look, we know what it is. Gary ain't got to do no more. It ain't even in Gary's character to sit there and carry this out like this. He gonna sit back and go ahead and do what he gotta do with Javier Fortuna. We'll meet if you still here. He going down that WBC route. I'll be there. If you're on my way, I'm going through you because I got to get back to Vasil Lomachenko. I love that. Man, I've been, bro, if anybody been rocking with the homie, y'all know, man, I've been calling for Gary to go to 35 for I don't know how long. I kept on saying that. I just kept on saying, go to 35, go to 35. Since he's getting on the twilight years of his career, and he says before he wants to exit boxing, he wants to get that run back with Lomachenko. When Gary get right there next to Lomachenko, the heat gonna get turned all the way up. Loma ain't gonna have nowhere to go. You're gonna do like Bill Haney and run out of road. You know what I mean? Exactly, Zeno. Nobody knows Devin Haney. Go on the street and ask 100 people who Devin Haney is, and I would be surprised if even one person knows. You can't know who he is fighting the app. Nah, bro, he ran over there. That's why I always say, why Devin run across the street? He was down with Floyd. He was down with Al. I respected Bill and Devin from wanting to be their own boss and have promote themselves. I get it. Maybe it is a good movie. Still got a lot of years to come on back on over and get the rest of that smoke. But don't run over there and then try to call Tank, because it lets us know that you doing the recruiting of Eddie Hearn, because he's been wanting to get Tank for years. Don't run across the street and then call Gary, because now you're doing Eddie Hearn's recruiting again, because he's been wanting a fighter like Gary for years. Gary's well on record telling everybody he's met up with Eddie Hearn before. Eddie tried. So when Eddie can't pull these fighters directly and sit down and smooth them or woo them or whatever, what he do is he'll send out a plan. I told y'all he signed Tevin Farmer for that reason, to bring Tank over. And the second Tevin lost the belt, we don't know when Tevin fighting again. He ain't got no deal. They kicked Lou DiBella to the curb, the whole nine. He was using Tevin to lure Tank over. And I'm sure he locked him into a rematch clause as well, saying that he got to fight the rematch on DAZN as well. Same old thing, over and over and over again. Missed contracts with missing information, like they did with Wilder. So why am I not to believe that Eddie Hearn has a hand in this or not? It's his MO. We've been seeing this before. You know what I mean? Contracts, missing information. Fighters that you're using to bait people over, to get them locked into the DAZN USA slave contracts. Don't work like that. Don't have your man fighting at fight camp. You know what I'm saying? Nah, champ. Dundada say, yo, any way to fight is still happening. I don't know, bro. Listening to the way that Bill Haney is talking, it's like they looking forward. That's what I'm getting from it. I'm getting from it, they looking forward. Like he said on what I was listening to him, he said, you got the Gary Russell Jr. show, we got the Devin Haney show. We'll see each other. You know, he's been, like, to me, from what I see, real dismissive. His energy is kind of changing. It's not, I guess now that it's being exposed that under any circumstance, you can't trick Gary Russell into working for y'all. You can't talk him into trying to work for y'all. You can't try to dominate the narrative to convince him to locking in with y'all. So I think that maybe Bill is at a point where, like, we getting close to November. No need to keep pushing at this point. I got all the clout that I need from out of this situation. Gary ain't buying what I'm selling. So I think I'm going to move on. That's what I think we get. I hope we get it saved, though. And I will propose the idea of a one-off. Dundada. Forget the rematch. Winner takes all. Like I said before, it seems to me Gary didn't have a problem with the first fight. He knew what the terms was going to be on that first fight, and he was willing to accept that, to go over to DAZN for the 1.5 and see what's up. Now, I think Gary is also afraid of being robbed, though. He don't want to have to run over there and have to deal with some biased judges. He don't want to have to run over there and deal with Eddie Hearn slipping those yellow envelopes at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to have to deal with that. So maybe he feel like he's a little too exposed for that. I mean, going over there at this point and fighting and losing, he risks also, well, he's going to abandon his title anyway. So, I mean, that's the only thing that I can see that maybe work as a one-off, and that's only if he would agree to that. But that's still exposing himself. You know what I mean? Why didn't he just take the fight like Floyd did with Oscar and dog walk him and show everyone he pulled that card and puts Gary profile skyrocket like I just explained? Gary explained this perfectly himself. I need protections because I'm leaving the safe zone. I'm going over here to their young future, hopefully star. They would love to have my scalp on his resume. That he's wide open for a robbery. And I ain't saying that's gonna happen, but he still needs certain protections. So he wants a rematch on his terms to go down that way. Bill was worried that he bit off more than he can chew. And he asked Kenny Porter, was this the right opponent for Devin? Absolutely. He know that his son is going to lose. Exactly. Slim, when he asked Kenny Porter that, Kenny Porter looked at him like, yo, you got yourself in some deep shit. You got yourself in some deep shit. Kenny looked at him like, and then he tried to ask Kenny. He tried to ask Kenny Porter, like, yo, was he really on in that tournament, or was he really? What did he say in the Olympics or something? And Kenny was like, yeah, he was there. He roommate with Sean. So man, Bill looked at him like, oh shit, this dude really is Sean. Then I'm sure when he seen them workout videos coming out, your man pulling on one thing, he got the legs going on the other way. I know he probably was like, Slim, nah, man, I ain't putting my son in there, man. I can't do that, man. That man gonna get my ass. Nah, Bill gonna end up jumping in the ring himself. His son gonna get his ass whooped so bad. Tell it, Robert. Tell it. Tell it. Tell it. You already know. You already know. D-Lo says, can you send me a link? Oh, hey, fam. Let me see if I can do it on here. Hold on for a second. Because, let me see. I might got to turn the joint around. Because I'm not doing it on the computer. I'm on my phone. So hold on. Give me a second. Hopefully we can do it like this. Like this. Yep, I got you. Hold on, fam. Y'all bear with me. Let me get my homie D-Lo up on here, man. This shit crazy, bro. It is so crazy. Crazy. Let's see. Stand by, fam. Stand by. Oh, I can't comment? How do I hit the link? Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. I'll put the link in the chat, bro. Click that on. There we go. There we go. You should see that link right there. Yeah, click that link right there, fam. You can definitely get on, man. I'd love to hear your position on this, man. Look, I heard what you were saying earlier, man, about how too many people involved makes the negotiations go wrong. Even, how it was playing out public and so many names and voices and everything like that. So I agree with that, man. I mean, that makes things a lot harder to do. Some people thought it was unprecedented the way it was playing out on YouTube or whatnot, but we all know that formula usually never works. The only thing that I was honestly hoping is just that if this would have came together more than anything, it would have put a sock into the media, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they refuse to really talk on this. I'm telling y'all, man, the way they played this could have been much more bigger, man. Much more bigger. You know what I'm saying? Much more bigger. All fighters lose except Floyd. So if young Devin takes an L, he's young enough to recover and come back more focused and determined. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. There go my boy. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. I got you, D-Lo. Hold on. I'll do it this way. you do it? Hold on. Let me get you on here, bro. It's hard to do this stuff from the phone. Yes. Says yeah. It's not letting me add you to the stream for some reason, fam. Oh, sorry about that, fam. Just trying to get my homie on. Okay, I see you came back. All right. Bro, I don't know what's up with this, man. I see your name popping up, right? And I see you right there in the backstage area, but what it's not letting me do is add you to the stream for some reason. Are you on a phone or something like that? I see you just left. Try it again, fam. I want to get my boy D-Lo on here, man. I want him to come on here and talk this real spill, man. He broke it down. He did a great video early on this. And I would love for him to get on here and speak on it. Damn it, man. Sorry about that, D-Lo, man. All right. Gary couldn't take a JoJo Diaz out, and he's going to hurt Devin. That's comedy. JoJo Diaz was much bigger than Gary. JoJo Diaz was much bigger than Gary. Keep that in mind, too. He went right up in weight right after Gary Russell Jr. Right up there, and he beat down Tevin Farmer. I don't know, fam. Can't say that. I can't say that. I mean, he didn't stop him or whatnot, but still put it. Then he went down early in that fight because I was ringside for that fight. Gary was down early, and he fought his way back into that fight. Switched up the style, made the proper adjustment, and got the W like a real warrior is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Damn, D-Lo, I wanted to get you in here, fam. Ah, man. Tell you what, yeah, man, but that's just the way he's supposed to do. Mandatories for Devin Belt and all this janky shit will be cut out all day. That's the way he got to go. Got to corner him. He gonna put him in a situation where you can't run no more. He gonna do him just like Bill Haney. He gonna run out of road. Where you gonna run to, little? Oh no, he gonna run to 140. That's what's gonna end up happening. 140. The second that Gary pulling up on that bumper, I'm heading up to 140. You know what I'm saying? You better not see it. I think it's a weak excuse by Gary because Floyd came out victorious against Oscar on that man's terms and everything and after, and he basically owned the game. Gary now looks like the fool. Not true. See, one thing that Oscar never tried to do against Floyd is promote Floyd. You know what I mean? He promoted him eventually, but what I mean by promote Floyd, like he never told Floyd that he had to do this and he had to do that. You had to lock in. Even when Floyd was under Golden Boy Promotions, he wasn't locked in. That's how Richard Schaefer ended up still in all those fights. They wasn't locked in. The terms that Bill Haney was asking for Gary Russell Jr. was unacceptable and disrespectful, if you ask me. You asking a 20-year-old who no one knows. You asking a 20-year-old who no one knows to lock in a 5-year reigning champ. Well, how disrespectful is that? A dude who, and I don't want to go too much on him, but he ain't beat nobody for that belt. You want that dude to own Gary Russell Jr. And you say, well, that won't happen if Gary wins. But what if Gary's robbed? Bro, this boxing. You got to protect yourself at all times. The #1 rule in and out the ring. You protect yourself at all times. You don't expose yourself like that. And that's hell nah, you don't take no terms like that, champ. You know what I mean? Oh, D-Lo says it's on this and it's on my end another time. Salute. Okay. All day. You already know, fam. You're always welcome. You always welcome. Much love to you, man. Real spill. Okay. It's all good, man. I was really hoping you could have got on here, man. Because I really was feeling that video you did earlier. It's like You broke it down. You made sense out of the whole situation. You know, that ain't easy to do for this situation. Really ain't. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't. The best fighter for Gary is Fortuna, because he will be you know what? I'm with you, Big Tony. I like the Fortuna fight. I actually like it gets Gary's feet wet at 135. It gets him used to that power. He gets that punch resistance going. We get to see what his power is like. Fortuna is a very, very good test. Fortuna is no slouch. Matter of fact, this is actually semi-risky for Gary. Fortuna is a workhorse in it. He's willing to go to war. He's willing to walk you down. Gary is not going to be able to just, take Fortuna lightly. Fortuna is a monumental test at 135 for a fighter moving up 2 weight classes. Fortuna ain't no joke. I thought Fortuna beat Rob Easter Jr. He beat Boone. So if Gary go there, it's a good fight. He talking about December. Last we heard, what was it, December 26th or something? He was saying something like that. I like that fight, man. It's a good ass fight for Gary to get his feet wet. Lawrence Williams, my brother, what's up, man? What's up with you? You already know, just kind of chit-chatting it up about Gary, man. Just seeing how this thing, hoping that we can all salvage something. You did? I hope, man. It would be so bossed up, man, if one of them came out and said, hey, one off. Let's just do a one off. We'll do it on his own. I'll give you your 1.5. You know what I'm saying? Devin, make what he makes. Winner takes the belt. That's it. That's the only way it might gonna work at this point. Fortuna is hella awkward and cagey. Absolutely, D-Lo. He's very awkward. His coordination is like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he's aggressive. And that's why either way, seeing those workouts with Gary Russell Jr., powering up them legs, powering up them arms, he's going to need it against Fortuna just as much as Devin. He's going to need it. I mean, he got a good fight on his hands, bro. He got a big fight on his hands. Devin will go to 140. Gary Antoine Russell will chase him down for all this chaos. Exactly, man. I forgot. So you ain't got no way to run, Devin? Hey, Slim, if he go to 140 and Antoine called him out, hey, bro, you can't duck both Russells, bro. Hey, that's going to be a bad look for Lil Devin. I would love to see that play out like that, bro. You know what, man? Antoine got to be on code, bro. He got to be on code with it, man. The second that Devin step up there, call him out. If he get away from Gary, the second that Devin step in that 140 division, Antoine, call him out. Call him out. You duck my brother, man. You got to deal with me. You ran from him, okay? You just ran from him right into me. The story is baked. The story is baked, bro. You just see. I should end the stream now on a good note like that, bro. Big Tony, man, great idea, man. I ain't even think about that, man. Real spill. A 21-year-old signs the terms. A 33-year-old say, "Hold on, shawty." Exactly. Hey, backwards one. The youngster, the businessman, and the older dude, man, he talking that talk. I feel what you're saying, man. But hey, that's what it is, man. I heard people was debating the word shawty, man. Like, yo, man, he been disrespectful for calling people shawty. Now, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Since the day I was born, and I'm from DC. I ain't talking like the North Capitol, like the politicians. I'm from DC, Chocolate City. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying shawty since the day I came out the womb. You know what I'm saying? It's not a disrespectful term. Just like when y'all hear us say sling. I mean, slim. I say sling. Slim. That is a more regular term than the word "the" to us. So for anybody that just man calling them shawty and all that, like it's a disrespect. Nah, it ain't disrespectful. It's like saying, yo, like it's like saying man or you, or it's just a regular word, and it's not a disrespectful term. You know what I'm saying? They could have robbed Floyd against Oscar, but he showed his level. I think Gary is a top boxer, but they held him to his own live words, and now it's an issue. Now he looks all cap. Nah, bro. No. That's only the people who blind, bro. The people who blind, the people who don't think, the people who don't open their minds and see when somebody getting screwed over. Nah, that's the people that see that. The casuals, that's the ones that see that. Those who know about small print and how to get duped and how to get bamboozled. You know what I mean? How to never sign a bad deal. We seen it coming a mile away. But those who just like, oh, we want to buy you on that, Gary, or because you from DC and I'm from Cali. If you one of them or you one of them, nah, bro, they ain't no ducking going on here, bro. This is Gary moving like a champion move. He gave up too much ground, if you ask me. If you ask me, I thought he gave up way too much ground. I wouldn't have gave up that much ground. $2 million is the cost for me to walk over there to your app. 2 million is the cost minimum. You know how much. I mean, I don't know who's gonna see this fight. Anybody that's coming to the zone to see this fight is only walking over there because of me. Keep that in mind. Ain't nobody walking over there to see Devin fight Gamboa. But the second that Gary would have went on that app, guess what? Subscriptions would have went up. I need 2 million. This is the best fight on the zone USA that y'all ever put on since y'all existed. I need 2 million. That's not unreasonable. That's not like Keith Thurman saying 10 million. That's not 10. He didn't ask you for 10, he asked you for 2. With a network that says that they've given Eddie Hearn over $1 billion for 8 years. So which one is it? You can't give up 3 to 4 million for Devin's biggest fight when you supposedly, allegedly are getting $1 billion for the next 8 years, but you can't give up 4 little million. You can't throw 4 million into this fight. Oh, you could throw 4 million into this fight, but only if Gary was locked in on that side. That's just the black and white of the issue, bro. It's just the black and white of the issue. It's like saying, dude, exactly, D-Lo, exactly. It ain't some people. I mean, Bill Haney, I know originally was taking it as some sort of disrespect, and I get it. He out there on the West Coast, and they never say a word. They don't even say that word. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's nothing. It's never been disrespectful. So nobody should ever take it that way. You know what I mean? Real spill. DJ Zion Love in the building. What's up, man? What's going on, man? We just all chopping it up, man. Look like this Gary Russell and Devin Haney thing might be coming to a close, man. Unfortunately, man. You know, man, I know the media every time I say that, I know the media, the boxing media, the mainstream media, whatever you want to call them. After they laughing their ass off right now. Y'all ain't make an article, man. Y'all only time that the media will write an article is if maybe Gary come out with one of his IG posts, or maybe Devin come out with one of his Twitter posts. But they want all of the quotes and all of the hype they could have, a different audience they could have gave it to. All of that was going on these last few days. You don't see none of this shit in the media. What they didn't build, they want to destroy. And man, I hate that. I hate that. I hate the fact that happened that way. I hate if it would have been a success story, man. Hey, man, everybody on YouTube should celebrate. Everybody. Especially the ones that had an instrumental hand in putting it together. Whether you agree with their boxing politics or not, this would have been a win for all of us over here, because it would look like the boxing fans took some power back. And these media outlets refuse to do even so much as a quote. You know me, I scour the internet to do my vids daily. I'm looking to see if they got any kind of quotes out there about what's going on. Nothing. The only quotes you found is what Gary put on IG and the little tweets or whatever that the email Twitter champion be doing. That's all you found. Because they ain't want to have a hand. They was hoping it failed. Wouldn't be surprised if they had a hand in making it fail. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Sad, man. It really is, man. It really is. Big Tony says, I agree. Should have got the 2 mil, because going on an app and going up 2 weight classes. Exactly. Going on an app and 2 weight classes. Exactly. 2 mil. And I'm the longest reigning champion. 2 mil. A win for Devin Haney over Gary Russell Jr. would have done monumental things. Now keep this all too in mind. It's the same argument consistent with me and Bud. I always say, I would love to see Bob Arum invest more into Terrence Crawford, into his opponents, maybe even willing to take a small loss on a fight or so, just to invest into a bigger future. I'd love to see Bob Arum do that. I got to stay consistent. It's the same way with DAZN and Devin. Now, to everyone that says that they are the Devin fans, let me help the Devin fans out a little bit. I feel like I'm the only cat that's out here stomping for Devin to get some proper respect over there on DAZN. Everybody cool with the status quo. Why the hell ain't no Devin got no smoke when I'm looking at Ryan Garcia with smoke? I'm looking at Tank with smoke. I'm looking at everybody. Lomachenko with smoke. Teofimo with smoke. You know what I mean? Luke Campbell got smoke. Jorge Linares had smoke. Everybody had smoke except Devin. Y'all better get hip to what's going on. Thumbs up for the homie. Eddie Hearn looks at that kid like a stepchild. Bait, I told y'all earlier, to lure other fighters. Because if you really believe in Luke Devin, you would have given him a good fight by now. How many fights he been over there? You putting him on undercards of YouTubers and stuff. Logan Paul and IFL, whatever his name was. You got him on those cards. Ain't getting him no smoke, but he's surrounded by smoke over there. They treat the man, and I almost wonder, are they treating him like that because of the fact that he's not all the way Eddie Hearn's fighter? Just halfway, like a stepson. The same way that they did Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer was half Eddie's, half Lou DiBella's. And Tevin Farmer got no smoke over there. Profile didn't move at all. Nothing. Until he lost. And now what does he got? Now he's hoping that they can pick him back up for a fight. All that loyalty he showed them. You know what I mean? So, in Devin Haney's case, well, I don't think he probably got that many fights left. Hopefully he getting a good bag and he gets ghosts. If he out of there by 21, 22, he's still got a bright future ahead of him and he can make moves. Or at least by that point, if Eddie, because you got to watch Eddie. Eddie, you want to raise your profile at the time. So when it's time to re-up, they got to give you a bigger figure. They ain't gonna give you a bigger figure if they got you fighting bums. You ain't done nothing. Oh, you ain't did nothing. I mean, you gonna get the same contract we just gave you. You ain't increasing this contract. Now, if you want to increase this contract, how about you drop Devin Haney promotion and become full-fledged DAZN Matchroom USA? Then we might can talk about getting you a good fight. See how it works? See how it worked for Tevin Farmer and Lou DiBella? You see how it's working for this man? People need to be on Eddie Hearn's helmet and wondering why the hell you ain't getting your Devin no smoke. Or is Devin a Demetrius Andre? And just happy to be there, making easy money, fighting nobody. You know what I mean? Is he cool with that? I don't really know that answer. I would like to believe that Devin Haney wants smoke. He's called out Tank. He's called out Loma. He's called out Ryan Garcia. So I believe that Devin Haney wants smoke. I don't believe that Devin Haney is a Demetrius Andre that's just happy to be in the building, fighting whoever. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here. Yo, man, where my Matchroom t-shirt at, man? Let me get that joint. That's me right there, that 2X right there. That's Demetrius Andre. But I don't think Devin Haney is that dude. So I'm going to give him at least proper enough respect for that. But, you know, young Devin, stop clout chasing out here in these streets, man. You got your little car pulled, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you did was cute. You know what I'm saying? It was cute, but don't jump in grown folk conversations. You know what I'm saying? That man was talking to Terrence Crawford. You should have minded your damn business. Your protection squad lined up around you and was taking the bullets for you. You shouldn't have ran your little mouth. So next time, stay out of grown folks' conversation. And then you won't have to, worry about the fans, calling you a clout chaser. Real spill. I'm going to get up out of here, man. Yo, Dundada says they didn't want to outshine their guys, T.O. and Loma. Exactly. But see, they won't give Devin none of that smoke. I'm just lost on that. He couldn't even get Luke Campbell. Like, he let Eddie Hearn allow Bob Arum to maneuver around Devin in so many instances. Why wasn't Eddie Hearn on that phone with the WBC like, hell nah, y'all can't make this Lomachenko no franchise champion? Hell nah. He got to see Devin Haney. Why wasn't he out in the public? Nah, Joe. No. Ain't no franchise, nothing. Devin Haney was involved in a tournament. He put himself in this tournament to get next to Lomachenko. Now all of it, no, why? I didn't see Eddie Hearn out here preaching like that. I just seen him, I guess they made Lomachenko the franchise champion. Well, Devin's the WBC champion. Everything that works for everybody. I ain't seen none of that, champ. You were cool with it. Because you thought, I can now sell Devin Haney as a world champion. Yeah, Teofimo got his, but it's cool. Eddie foul, man. Eddie be foul sometimes, man. Mitch says Devin ain't a stepson. His situation is similar to Gary. Those other young guns afraid of Devin, so they swerve him like people been swerving Gary. Now they can call each other out and look who swerved. Gary ain't swerve. I ain't gonna agree with that at all. But I'm with you. Devin is semi-duck, but he ran across the street. That's the part you're leaving out, Mitch. Yeah, he is ducked in a way, but he could have just kept his ass over here on BBC as a freer man and could have got the Gary smoke. We wouldn't be talking about what networks and promoters and da-da-da-da. If he'd have just kept his ass on the right side of the street now, right? He ran over there to those fighters who ain't want to fight him. I'm pretty sure he would have found some smoke on his end. Robert Easter Jr. would have welcomed him. There would have been a few other ones, maybe even Adrian Bronner. There would have been names. He ran across the street. You feel me? I mean, oh, come on, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all, man. I'm up out of here, though, man. Did y'all know Maine got bars? You already know. Hey, more tracks coming, Dundada. More tracks coming. Look here, man. Thumbs up on the way out if y'all did not hear it on the way in. This was a random live. I wish I could have got the homie on here, man. But, it's a random discussion. That's how we do every now and again. Yo, come on back Sunday for We Talking Boxing Live. We will chop it up some more on the mic. You know what I'm saying? We back, and everybody who just seeing me for the first time, once again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon, join the fam. We're the fam over here. We always keep it a Billy at all times. That's the only rule. I don't care who you support. I don't care who you down with. I don't care who's your favorite fighter. We can go back and forth. We can chop it up. The only thing that I ask is that you keep it 100 with me at all times. Thumbs up for the fam. I'll catch up with y'all later. Have a safe weekend out there, man. Stay safe. And everybody in the DMV, man, if y'all coping with these floods and power outages, man, I hope y'all keeping y'all head up out there, man. Real spill, man. And let's hope that maybe we wake up tomorrow morning and we hear some new news or a new update. Who knows? Things change like that in boxing. You know what I mean? We know how it go. So I catch up with y'all soon, man. Much love to the fam. And until the next one, man. Peace out.